Welcome to Tantalizing Tuesdays. I don't even know what that means. Exciting one's senses or desires.
Motherfucker, the only thing that you're exciting is Tana's 17-year-old vagina. The only thing you've ever tantalized is minor pussy. Ladies and gentlemen, I unfortunately must talk about Cody again. Yes. Ladies and gents, the drama between him and Tana is getting spicy, okay? Things are getting a little messy. Mud is being thrown. And why? Well, because YouTubers with 1 million+ subscribers have now started talking about this. So where this whole story begins, ladies and gentlemen, is recently, during Tana's live event, she made a passing comment about Cody and her having sexual relations while she was only 17.
Who's the smallest you've ever had sex with?
Oh my god, no one look at me, Cody I can say that. I was literally 17, I can say that.
And unfortunately, some people in my last video commented and were upset that I would ever make any jokes about Tana sleeping around and being a little hoish. It's a fucking joke, dude. Like, seriously, get over yourself. But hey, oh, you can't make fun of a woman for being loose and for being sexually open. Well, I thought that's what you support. I thought you supported the sexual liberation of a woman's vagina. Why can I not joke about it? Okay, yeah, actually go f*** yourself. Maybe even take a bunch of pills and go to sleep and never wake up. You dirty little grub of a human being. Okay, in a recent podcast, after this whole event happened, after she made this passing comment and outed Cody right, she decided to address the whole situation because it kind of blew up. H3H3 decided to cover it on his podcast, and Tana just outright admitted, yep, yeah, we did it whenever I was 17 and he was 25.
Understand that this isn't just some crazy tea. It was a crime.
Yeah.
And I've tried to talk about this 1 million times, and I feel like I never have the right words. But it's everywhere all over the internet, and I know people want me to talk about it, and I'm going to do my best right now, you know? I hooked up with Cody when I was 17 and he was 25. Yeah, it happened.
Obviously, okay, to any human being who has working faculties up here, okay, yeah, all right, sleeping with a 17-year-old girl whenever you're 25 is ridiculous. It's insane, okay? Seriously, I do not understand for the life of me how anyone is trying to excuse this. A lot of people were then saying, oh, well, 17 is still over the age of consent. Number one, if they were in California, that would not be true because the age of consent is 18. And number two, if a woman turns 18, okay, and is now legal under the law, all right, and is allowed to have sex willy-nilly under the law, yes, technically you are correct that he did nothing wrong pertaining to the law. But morally speaking, it's really weird. It's creepy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Ray Guitar channel, I like to believe, right, whenever there is a man doing something creepy out there, all right, and blatantly having these weird little interactions with women, it doesn't stop there, okay? It continues, all right? It definitely continues, and there's definitely more skeletons in that closet. Most creepy guys, most weirdos out there, most sex guys, all right, they don't just stop at a single interaction. Usually they have a plethora of stories to tell, all right? And also, hey, Tana even admits, like, okay, well, to me, personally, I wasn't traumatized by it because that was the kind of, like, circle she was running in.
But I don't associate or hold it with trauma because I am such a comparative person where I'm like, so many worse things have happened to me. And that's bad.
I was just about to say you can't do that to yourself, though.
Like, but I genuinely feel that way. Like, it feels like all of the other people I hooked up with when I was 18, whether they were 30 or whether they were not 30 and they were my age and they were whatever. Like, I was just in a place of life, especially the circles and world I was surrounded in Vegas and then coming to LA. Like, those are, if you're in the wrong realms, those can be very sexual places.
Yeah.
And like,
She says she was in a very sexualized kind of circle over in like Nevada and California where she was living. So she didn't really see the problem with it. But now that she's older, yeah, she would kill if one of her family members, all right, did something like this and was, by a 25-year-old, okay?
but at the same time, like, if I had a 17-year-old daughter or a little sister or something, like, I would kill.
Yeah.
So then it's like,
Same, yeah.
Which I think anyone in their right mind and anyone telling the truth would also have to agree with. Yes, yeah. If it was your, like, younger sister or even younger brother, for that matter, most people would have a huge fucking problem with it. Now, hey, I'll be honest, I have watched Cody Co in the past, and he's a funny guy, okay? He makes funny videos that make me laugh. He's a little jokester. But, unfortunately, funny guys can do awful things as well, okay? And whenever you're presented with these awful, horrendous, creepy actions, ladies and gentlemen, you need to realize it, and you need to now keep that mental note and watch everything that man does. And Tana, in this podcast, even goes on further to say that there were a lot of situations that, now that she looks back on, makes her feel really weird, and she finds very creepy, like different interactions with her and Cody. And the one that she really spells out, the one that she tells, is Gabby Hanna telling Cody that she was a minor at a party, and even though he was informed that she was under 18, ladies and gentlemen, he still went through with it, and he still hooked up with her that night.
to be 100% truthful, when I look back at the Cody situation, I definitely am like, why was he doing that? You know what I mean? And there were so many situations. There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him, like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up. And I can look at that and be like, like, why the fuck were you doing that?
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage. And I pulled him aside and I was like, hey, man, you probably don't know. I know she, like, looks a little older. She's underage. Watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he turned that.
Now, the party that they were talking about was actually in Florida, all right, at, I believe, like a VidCon or something like that. Age of consent there, ladies and gentlemen, is a whopping 18. So he still would have been in the fucking wrong, okay? He still would have been doing something illegal. Once you start getting up there in age, all right, it gets a little weird. Okay, I feel like the majority of people can definitely understand that, all right, and they obviously seem perturbed by it. Like, for instance, Boogie and his girlfriend. It's just this old, manipulative, lying sack of shit who lied about cancer, allegedly, who is now taking her away from guys her own age in the prime of her life. Kind of creepy, kind of weird, especially because he's fat. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't just end there with Tana bringing up the whole Gabby story, all right? Even Keemstar comes out and he says, yep, she told me that Cody Co actually was told that she's underage and still hooked up anyways. She told him off the record, so people saying that, oh, well, you have an obligation. If it's off the record, hey, it's not his fault, all right? And now in my last video, I also showed you that this has been kind of an open secret for a while, because Tana even talked about this on an older podcast, way before the whole live show incident. You know, she kind of made a passing comment about it.
I was 17 at the time, 18. I started kind of hooking up with other people. Shout out JC Kalen, shout out Cody Co.
And in this newer podcast where she addresses the whole situation, she literally said after that incident, after that podcast, Cody reached out to her to try and say, hey, are we still good? You know, to try and sweep it up.
And I just think about like Kelsey and the baby and whatever. There was,
Oh my God.
like, there was a while ago where I think I said something about it online and it was starting to surface. And he texted me like, "Are we good?" And was like, I said, yeah. And like, he was like, "My wedding's coming up," like yada, yada, yada. And I was like,
fuck.
And then now it's like all these Reddit threads, like if my name's on any thread, it's all getting deleted. Like I know it's just a weird fucking fucked up situation.
To try and silence the girl because, oh, well, he's big YouTuber. He's got 1 million subscribers. I have a family now. Don't be talking about me sleeping with little girls now, please. Like, okay, buddy. All right, you Canadian little fuck. How about you go back to where you came from and you just fucking die with the rest of that third world nation. And you know, this isn't really just an open secret anymore, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big old story, all right? This is a whole drama event because now, you know, D'Angelo Wallace has made a video on this whole subject, which has gotten over 1 million views, all right? Hey, that's good. Let's hold this motherfucker's feet to the fire, see what he says, see how he tries to worm his way out of it, all right? But then, all right, it doesn't stop there because Penguin Zero has also addressed these allegations, all right, ladies and gentlemen, and he was not happy about it, all right? I'll tell you that, okay? And D'Angelo in his video, I mean, okay, like D'Angelo if you want to or not, I don't think that he's a very bad guy, all right? But he shows some comments from Cody fans, for instance, one saying, "If you think critically, you'd acknowledge the fact that she has a track record of lying for clout, trying to cancel others with proven lies, scamming folks, and fake charity scams. She's crossed legal and moral boundaries plenty in the past, lying. So are you surprised she ruined her reputability? Fact of the matter is that it's not proven. He isn't obligated to address it if it's not proven, just like you're not obligated to continue on his subreddit despite making up your mind already based on nothing but allegations and speculation. So leave then." So I can understand where people come from with this whole argument, alright, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you want allegations to be proven to the best of your ability. That's a rule of thumb that is generally pretty good to go off of, alright? But, okay, you can't just completely discredit allegations in general just because, you know, you don't like the person and because, yes, they've done very horrible things in the past, like the whole TanaCon thing. You know, you can't completely rule out this as a just total blatant lie, but given now that there are 2 other quite sizable content creators, Keemstar and Gabby Hanna, who have corroborated this story, who have, you know, talked about how he was told that she was 17, he knew it, and still hooked up with her, that lends credibility to the matter, alright? Another person says, "I believe it, but she was also acting super old, hanging with old celebrities and everything at that age. He shouldn't have done that, but she wanted to." Which is a horrible argument. Okay, yeah, she wanted it, bro. Yeah, she got raped because she totally wanted it. Just look how she was dressed, bro. She definitely wanted to get raped, alright? Like, okay. Alright, guy. Calm down there, buddy. Nah, I ride for Cody till I die. It's BS till there's any actual evidence. Tana has never been a trustworthy source for anything in her life. Now, with these kinds of situations, alright, you're never going to have, like, full proof, but whenever people start, you know, being a witness and corroborating these claims, all right, and there's more people's credibility on the line, all right, and more people start talking about it and take stances because where there's smoke there's fire, all right, that's kind of a good thing to go off of as well. And recently, with all of this drama, since there's so much smoke rising to the surface, people started digging, okay? People started looking for the fire. And, well, they found it because Cody, used to have a friend and used to put him in a lot of his older videos, and this friend's name was Colby Leachman. And this guy was an old college friend of Cody's who was put on probation by his college for making a sex tape without the girl's knowledge or consent. He then showed these videos to other people and lied about the video existing to the police.
Not many people know that you've already lost fans over an eerily similar topic. You used to frequently feature and promote your college friend Colby Leachman in your videos, until it came out that during your school days, Leachman's university put him on probation for, as a United States District Judge would later put it, the non-consensual videotaping of a sex act with another student, showing the video to other people, lying to the police about the video, and behaving horribly to that individual and at least one other woman.
The lady also alleged that she was drugged before this sex tape was made, so she never even consented to the act in the first place.
To make matters worse, the woman in the video also alleged that Leachman drugged her before the recording and that she hadn't actually consented to anything at all.
Wow! That is an allegation.
Now that is an allegation that she made, but hey, alright. If the guy is already willing to be a weaselly little snake, a little fucking scumbag who would film a woman having sex without her knowledge, okay, if you're already that creepy, then yeah, I would have to say you might be creepy enough to do other stuff. And okay, for the most part, a normal human being would be friends with this guy, and you can't fault them for being friends with the guy without knowing all of this information. But then whenever it comes out, and he actually facing repercussions for his actions, most people, most sane individuals would drop the guy after that because, well, you know, okay, at the best, he filmed a girl without her knowledge during a sex act, okay? Really weird, really creepy kind of behavior. Kind of a guy that, you know, you can't trust, all right? And you want far, far away from you and any potential, girlfriends or women in general. And at worst, he's an alleged rapist. So, okay, yeah, I would have to separate myself from the guy.
You had this man in your videos. You were telling us to follow him on Instagram, and at some point you did wise up, so he's no longer part of your content, but he still seems like he's very much a part of your friend group. From the continued hangout since then to inviting him to your wedding just last year.
And I get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, women, okay, some of them lie. Very rarely do they lie about such huge, drastic things. But yeah, okay, there are lying women out there as well. All right, I totally understand that. But just because a woman has lied, all right, about a similar situation in the past, doesn't mean that every woman is lying about their stories and about their allegations, okay? And it would be one thing, okay, if Cody responded to this whole allegation and showed evidence, showed something, all right, and talked about it and actually, like, put into question what Tana was doing. But the guy has not responded one bit, all right? And in fact, he's gone so far as to start censoring and deleting his YouTube comments.
On your YouTube channel, where you've been pumping out content nearly every day now, I couldn't find a single comment on your last video about this situation. Not even one. Comparing that to the comment section on your Instagram, where every single comment I saw was about this, it's clear that you're heavily censoring your audience on YouTube.
His Instagram comments are filled to the brim of people just saying, hey, respond, talk about the allegations, say something. All we want is to hear, like, your side of the story, the truth. Just tell us what happened. But no, the guy won't even do that, all right? Instead, he censors his Reddit, all right? And he censors his YouTube comments.
And your silence isn't the only one that's bothering me either.
All these Reddit threads, like if my name's on any thread, it's all getting deleted.
I witnessed the heavy-handed moderation of your subreddit in real time as I researched this video. I would refresh the page and posts would suddenly be unapproved by moderators after racking up hundreds of comments, removed because they could, quote, instigate drama, or more commonly, just locked and or removed with no reason given whatsoever. I'm sure whoever is doing this thinks they're helping you, but you should probably tell them that they're making things look 10 times worse.
And also, this drama has started blowing up so fucking big that now even his wife's YouTube channel and YouTube comments are now flooded with people talking about these allegations and asking her to tell Cody to respond.
But surely you must have realized the limits by now, since people have just transferred the conversation over to your wife's channel. The fact that her comment section is overrun due to your decision to stay silent about this should be all the proof you need that that decision was wrong. At this point, your silence and censorship are a response with disturbing implications. The only thing that I've seen this hidden portion of your audience asking for is the truth. So why aren't you telling it?
The pressure is mounting, all right? And hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get some sort of response, whether it's him denying the claims outright, turning it into a little he said, she said thing, or he owns up to it and apologizes. And if that happens, then I hope that a lot of people would start thinking twice about supporting him. And overall, like, it's just really creepy, ladies and gentlemen, the mounting support for people like this. The weird arguments that people are making, like, oh, well, you know, pedophilia is actually relative, and, you know, Muhammad had a little 9-year-old wife, and that was totally cool. I'm looking at you, Sneeko. You dirty little fuckbag.
Age of consent should be maturity. It's not even 18 in most states. Why do you even believe that? It's because in Hollywood, it's 18, so that gets pushed everywhere. Most places, 16. And if you question that, then they call you a pedo. I believe the age of consent is the age of maturity.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Gay retard out.